Ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the Season 3 EU Qualifiers. We are here on Riot area, and we're going to be watching Hey I Just Met You versus Caffiene. Talk about a little crazy, but I'm the FourCourtJester. With me, the L3 IRD. The stream is the word. How you doing, bro?
Doing alright and doing some craziness myself. Caffiene, if you guys know, is actually bacon lovers are crazy cool. So if you haven't heard of Team Blackburn before, well, here they are coming back into the Season 3 quals. Although this is a replay of everything before, it's definitely interesting to see how Hey I Just Met You and Team Black actually came into this matchup today.
Well, yeah, Team Black made a very big splash. I think it was last year, actually, at MLG, when they were one of the EU qualifiers because they got all the way into the last round. Like, who are these guys? Seriously. But, yeah, they made some good waves, and then they kind of faded off. Didn't really see them much. So it's actually very interesting to see them here in the Season 3 qualifiers. And, of course, it's been a while since I've seen them, but I believe they had a Svenskeren with them at one point. I could be wrong about that. Obviously, he's not here today, as he's now part of the Copenhagen Wolves, who've already qualified. Yeah. Man, so many great teams coming up for those big finals sometime in the next 2 weeks. But, yeah, here we are. This is the round of 16, I believe.
Yeah, this is round of 16, and we are going to be seeing the bands and picks coming out right now. Nivea, Evelyn, Leeson for Hey I Just Met You. Can I just call him like Carly Rae Jepsen when that works too? And Kha'Zix, Olaf, and Zinzhou for the bands over on Team Black. Zinzhou actually being played quite a bit from all the casts that we have actually been doing, so I'm not surprised to see the ban on that. Olaf, another EU high pick. Kha'Zix, well, 80 bruiser or 80 assassin meta is really good. Leeson, Evelyn, and Nivea, really good control. A lot of these bands that you see right now, definitely not the NA style kind of bands, and it's a really good thing to see some variety in the kicks and bands. And then we pick Shen and Caitlyn and Janna. So maybe well, Janna's definitely different kind of vibe, but the other two not as much.
Yeah, we've actually seen Janna a few times now in this tournament as a support, maybe a little bit of a comeback kid now that we can actually have a little bit more of an offensive vibe to some of our supports. We've seen a lot of pokey kind of supports out there, not really too many sustains, as you know, things like Lulu and Zyra, Lux support, now Janna as well. I mean, a lot of them have a lot of those long range abilities. Sona, of course, a staple here, has a nice combine of the pokiness as well as that sustain. And Ezreal Sona, again, has been a pick throughout this entire tournament that we've been seeing pretty consistently.
Yeah, Ezreal in general has been a really safe ADC, and I think that's why most people have been playing him during the Season 3 quals. I mean, Ezreal is Ezreal. You can't really counterpick that, but you can't also do anything bad with it. It's just pretty balanced no matter what does ADC. I think we were talking about this during like Season 2 with Graves being so useful in almost every little capacity. Until we found out that Ezreal had a pretty broken thing called Essence Flux when it did attack speed debuff all ADCs pretty much from there. But yeah, gonna be seeing that with the Sona. Great sustained poke right over there against Janna Kate, which is great poke and great damage output with that the Storm Shield on top of the Peacemaker or on top of a crit damage shot from Caitlyn. That's the only thing that's gonna be effective because they're not gonna have any sustain at that bottom lane, and we do see TF and the Moonboot getting picked up, on the other side Malphite and Ahri being picked up. So we're probably going to be seeing an Ahri and Twisted Fate mid for this game.
Rumble could be going top, could be going, no, very likely mid top. Too. Yeah, he could go mid, I suppose, but he is definitely more of a traditional top. And that'll leave Malphite for a jungle there on Caffiene. But still, yeah, Ezreal and Sona bot, again, very flush, very expected at this point, at least in the EU side. Caitlyn we've seen a lot of, like early Bloodthirsters into Static Shivs have done wonders. We've also seen early Black Cleavers from people like Misfortune, not necessarily so much on our Caitlyn's, but Last Whispers, they've been there as well. Guardian Angels, I mean, we've almost got a pretty cookie cutter AD build already set up here for Season 3.
I mean, that's what it was for Season 2 at the end as well. Like, you just want to push, go and get damage really quickly and efficiently. You get that with with Bloodthirster. We're just adding the Black Cleaver on top of that now because, well, Black Cleaver. Black Cleaver is such a great item that you get 4 stats for pretty much 0 real cost. Usually with 80 items, you only get like 2 or 3 good stats, and then on top of that, just have like, well, good enough sustain. But you get that 250 bonus in health. You get that 50 attack damage on top of the flat armor penetration, which I think is 15, and then you get that the armor shred, which is I think at this patch 35%, if I'm not mistaken. You can have all those 4 stacks. Although the Black Cleaver armor shred pack really only works for a few ADCs that can just utilize it, such as MF, such as Ezreal too, if you really want to do it with Ezreal. But overall, it's a really good just item in general for AD boosters.
Alright, so everything is going to be locked in. We'll be that jungle Malphite up against the Mumu. You know, we have seen a lot of Mumu in the EU style of play. The nice wombo combo of Curse of the Sad Mummy and Bullet Time from Misfortune. It's going to be that Caitlyn today as well. I'm looking at the Mumu. Don't really see too much AoE really to kind of go with. I mean, even Janna's ultimate, the Monsoon, is kind of counter to it, but you know, we got a lot of great single target DPS, and of course we do have the shields and the tornadoes that can rip through some of the opponents. Now Shen for the split push as well. Little surprised that we didn't see him banned, but Twisted Fate, if he's not banned, he's pretty much picked. Like almost all of our games we've seen in EU, it's either a pick or a ban for Twisted Fate.
It's a really good comp that they're going to be running. Again, you said about the single DPS, but the comp that HeyIJustMetYou is running, they have the Twisted Fate Destiny Instigate in, and then you can tile on top of that if well, TF is really low or TF really needs the help with the gank. Get to the Shen, stand united. It's a really good like 1-2 combo of a gank, and it can happen literally anywhere, and it's very devastating in control of any lane. So that's a really good pair up, and then you have the defensiveness of Amumu / offensiveness of Curse of the Sad Mummy that you can use for that Amumu pick. So I like what the team of HeyIJustMetYou is doing, and I'm pretty surprised that Caffiene didn't ban out at least the Shen or the Mumu, because the Mumu, even though in more games haven't been played, even though he has a pretty weak jungle early phase, just because, well, you know where he's going to go usually. I mean, you don't usually see him start red, but if he has to, then there you go.
It's interesting you point out the double global that we did, that was able to sneak through there, and yeah, we've seen some pretty devastating stuff out of that. I think on the NA side we had a Twisted Fate Nocturne set up, ready to go, and then a Shen on top of that. It's just like, yeah, that's a lot of global to deal with. So
wait, go for it. Sorry.
Well, I was gonna say Auri versus Twisted Fate in mid. You know, with that Destiny, she should be able to charm him out of it, but it's gonna take some really, you know, split timing reflexes to get that out of it.
It's a lot of skill in that matchup, truthfully, with the Auri and the Twisted Fate. I mean, Twisted Fate with the wild cards on top of pick a card. I'll be trying to get the stun card on top of wild cards, and then do like burst, probably like 100 to 75% health of her damage or her health down. While Auri, on the other hand, may use that open deception to just poke harass, but on top of that, re-sustain herself after taking probably the wild cards that Chio will be shooting at. So, Ivuzaki, boy, I'm just gonna call you boy. Well, boy is gonna have to deal with some of that poke and harass, and hopefully can control that lane. It should be more in favor of Twisted Fate to actually win out that matchup. But if Auri can control Twisted Fate with turns with the poke harass, it can actually work out the other way.
Alright guys, so we're going to see what game number 1 has in store for us. Caffiene, aka Team Black, versus HeyIJustMetYou. And this is going to be a crazy game.
Because Team Black / Caffiene, well, they might be crazy cool bacon lovers, but, you know, we'll never know, because Carly Rae Jepsen just says, you know, put a few lines of every song into a really good hit single right over there. If you guys don't know about HeyIJustMetYou, I don't know where you have been for the last, well, 5-6 months, or, well, 5 to 7 years, because truthfully, that's just an unfortunate timing for you to be out of the pop culture reference.
Yeah, she kind of took 2012 by storm, eh?
Yeah, I mean, Canada. I mean, there you go. You got that, and Justin Bieber. That must be really good. Aren't you a believer, or what it was, Jester?
Yeah, you accused me of being a believer. to which I had to vehemently defend myself.
Well, there you go with that. But yeah, I mean, Canada. It's the new hotspot, guys. Once you see everybody kind of just trending over there, you know, hipster nerds will be all over the Hey I Just Met You bandwagon. Although Hey I Just Met You, the team, kind of from France. I mean, maybe they translated it from Canada.
I really don't think so. I'm curious to see if the music is going to go away. Oh, and as I say that, there it goes. All right, so yeah, it wasn't my music, guys. It was definitely part of the replay here. So, all right, game number 1 going to be starting down. Now, we have some GSU members. Any idea what clan that they were previously part of?
I have no idea. They don't have anything on the Wikipedia/Wikipedia thing, so unfortunately, yeah, don't know.
Okay. No worries. GSU going to be making up part of Hey I Just Met You here. Of course, crazy, the bacon lovers that are crazy, Team Black, going to be here on Caffiene. And level 1 invade, a little bit of a sight out there in the mid, but doesn't look like anything sold quite yet.
No, but the thing is, the Team Black does actually have a better level 1 invade just because you can get Ari with that charm. It doesn't really hurt her that much. And on top of that, you know where a move is going to be, but you do have the Joseph A gold card, the Shadow Dash, and those two are kind of important against things that are invading because, well, Shadow Dash reduces your damage. On top of that, puts you in a taunt, little stun. Just never the fun time to get Shadow Dashed upon.
I remember a time in the EU meta where an invade down through this tri-bush and up around into the mid was kind of standard. Now it looks like they're going to go reverse up through it into the blue, because we do got all 5 of How I Just Met You in the bottom bush, looking to just stay together. And you know, with that gold card, that Shadow Dash, if we go with that bandage first item as well, or first skill for Amumu, I mean, that is a lot of you do not move, and that could really lead into a nice first blood.
Hey I Just Met You is going to go for late invade, and they're going to get it successfully on this team. This is just unfortunate. Black just have no response to this because they're about to just, well, DPS down, but the thing is, get really killed from it.
Oh, the flash in with the Shadow Dash, not going to be landing on top of Malphite as he was able to get away with his flash. Really good reaction right there. We did get a ward there into the blue as well, but where did the blue go?
It went to Malphite. So Malphite got his blue back. Also wasted time of Amumu trying to do some blue steals. Just very unfortunate for the team of How I Just Met You. And yeah, Caster Curse comes into play right again. Great job by Team Black. It was really just Malphite making sure that he flashed out on time and got out of there really, really safely. And everybody else on the team wasn't actually in trouble because of how Hey I Just Met You didn't really span out and try to catch her down onto either the Sona or onto the Ezreal, which would have been a really big play if the team actually picked off at least one of those two.
Alright, a little bit of invade going on over against Amumu. Now, we do have that blue on top of Malphite. Right, you are, Mr. Bird. Geo going to get hit by Ari. Ari a little bit behind enemy lines, and then top lanes are not going to be responding by coming down to the mid. Bottom lanes don't seem to care too much. They're just going to be in their typical laning phase, but Amumu really needs that blue if he wants to get a decent farm clear going for his jungle, and right now, the Team Caffiene is just saying, no, it's mine.
Yeah, and they're going to be able to steal that no problem. It actually, you know, Malphite actually picking it with Spite, so to be able to just counter jungle on that, take the blue buff, and then already Team Black has such a big advantage. Even though it doesn't say it by gold, or it doesn't say it by kills, it has such an advantage right now. And even though the flash is down for Malphite should be able to gank about level 4, have flash about 20 to 30 seconds behind, so he'll be ready and ready to go if he needs to throw down a seismic shard and throw down some red buff procs.
So I'm curious that Malphite actually didn't give the blue to the top Rumble. Instead, he just took both blues right off the bat. I mean, sure, it's going to help out with the farm, the experience, but double blue buff to him?
I mean, it doesn't truly matter because, yeah, I know you said cooldowns and such, but you know how the heat zone kind of works out for Rumble. It doesn't help him other than scrap shield maybe, but it'll probably burn him out even more so. With Rumble, like, you need to have your timings kind of preset and have your timings really go, because if you go to that red zone and you have no skills and you're getting harassed on, it's never going to be a good time.
Ignite coming down on top of that mid. Does look like Ari's going to be able to force him back a little bit. Not too sure if he's going to go back to town quite yet. I can see on the map Amumu's also over by that blue, so he should be able to finish up those small minions if they did exist. Now I'm curious to see if Amumu actually did take Bandage for that level 1, because Bandage without blue in his jungle and no pulls getting denied, he's not going to have a very good game at all, at least for the next 6-7 minutes.
It was Shen actually engaging in onto that blue buff trying to steal that, so we didn't actually see what Amumu actually took. I'm pretty sure Amumu didn't want to take any skills, and that's why Shen led up, and Shen didn't get the team, so that means Amumu probably took Terrify at level 1. We do see a little bit of engagement on top. Alvic taking a bit of burst from that Shen. He's going to back up and then re-sustain himself right after he piles up probably a Hex Tech Revolver.
A lot of harass on the bottom lane, just forcing it back. You know, so the ebb and flow in the bottom lane, oh great, they're not sorted. 37 to the 38, so they're going back and forth very nicely. The boots pot combo for our Caitlyn, and I guess it was just the pots and the longsword for our Ezreal. So Ezreal, I mean, we've been seeing longsword start with the potions as well ever since Season 3 came out, because you don't really need those huge level 1 boots. But because he will have that longsword ready to go, his first trip back should usually be at least 1 pair of boots, if not the tier 2, and then finish up into the Vamp Scepter. Unless you're Misfortune, then it's going to be a Brutalizer.
That, or maybe even also a Vampire Scepter. I'm thinking Scepter would probably be the better call for this lane, because even though you do have Sustain, you're just going to take a lot of poke bursts from Caitlyn on top of the shield and on top of the Piltover Peacemaker, so that'd be really good to just probably buy into, but then again, we'll see what'll happen. Both ganks going up right now. Well, actually, the counter gank was from Malphite, and Malphite made sure that he was going to be okay, but we're still looking at this bottom lane. Hopefully we'll go back to top in just a second.
Actually looking at what level Amumu is, unfortunately, it just looks like level 1 to me. Resolution
it's
not exactly.
Level 3 probably.
Yeah, resolution is not exactly superb, so nothing we can do about that, ladies and gentlemen. But still, we got the level 6 on Ari mid, and she's just pushing it down the tower. Level 3 on that Amumu, indeed. Good call, Mr. Bird.
Yeah, it's just unfortunate, and Amumu is just going to have to be, well, waiting a little bit for now. I mean, I'm pretty sure he'll be able to catch up. It's not like Malphite's a really fast jungler clear time anyway as well, so level 3 to level 6 though, that might be a problem.
Yeah, level 3 on the Amumu, 6 to the Malphite. Yeah, not a very good start for this Amumu. I'm a little surprised that they actually did opt to go in for that invade. I mean, I know between the Shen and the Twisted Fate, they had a really good chance of getting that first blood, but because it just failed so hard, it is going to be putting their pressure on these lanes just so far behind. And talk about that pressure lane, there's the level 6. Oh, really? You're going to sort them right now? First blood going down, we can just see Twisted Fate drop into the gank and the Unstoppable Force coming out, showing that why Malphite is such a great jungler.
All that, and also the Unstoppable Force is just such a great ultimate in general for a Malphite. It's just so strong. But Ari actually missed the charm, although it still got the kill no matter what, because it was pretty much a dead TF. Have engagement, Alvic taking a bit of damage over at that top lane. Alvic, that's kind of a name I remember, I just don't remember where. I'm kind of remember from going to be pushing back up against that Shen. But 38-44, Shen is leading it out. Has a Doran's Blade right now, going to be building up to Mertreads, probably going to be working in there. Do you see a gank over at that bottom lane?
And there's those tier 2 boots with the Vamp Scepter on our Ezra. Will be enough to defeat the gold card. Will land on top of Sona and the Tornado, but Caitlyn, however, opting to go back a little bit earlier than that. Double Doran ring for RTF after that death, and now with the Destiny, it means he's not going to be in that lane, so he's going to head on back a little bit. Amumu getting chased right out of his blue yet again. No blue for him, or he does have it right now. Will he survive? The shield coming out. Stand United will be used very defensively there, but hey, Amumu has himself a blue.
Well, that is good, but he had to burn out Flash, and he also had to burn out his, well, smites, whatever, but he burned out his Flash, he burned out the ultimate from Zoller, and it's just not going to be really good for him to keep on going from this, so we're going to see Amumu try to go take another, well, few Rave Camps, get that level 6, but now level 7 on, I can actually read on Napron right now, or Nap. It's just not going to be a really fun time for HeyIJustMetYou.
Yeah, with that Janna shield in the bottom lane, you can see the poke coming out from Caitlyn a little bit. Zoller's actually standing up really well against Rumble in this top. Not only is Rumble consistently losing these trades, he's really behind in the creeps. 17 creeps behind this Shen, despite the fact that, yes, we did use that Stand United. He has come back to town at least once. But, again, it is going to get all balanced out by that jungle. 1 assist on our Malphite with 54 creeps, far ahead of this Amumu. And Amumu does have his 6 now. I think he also has that red, but he is being spotted out by the wards, so there will be no gank, or if it is, we do got that Malphite there for the counter.
Yeah, I mean, Malphite will be able to just go in and go out literally in 1 or few seconds. So I like when they actually start it up. I don't think Amumu is going to go, well, actually, you know what? Amumu doesn't take that double. Probably going to go for bot, try to get a pressure, or try to get a gank. Because Sona is at level, no, she's at level 6, so she's ready. So yeah, this is probably just going to be pressure at bot, but Malphite also coming in as well. This could be good bait for Team Black.
We only got that 1 kill on the board, and it did go to our Ahri. Ahri, you know, other than the tier 2 boots and that mana ring, still has the flask, which I think she started off with. And she is beating out TF a teensy bit in terms of the farm, but we do have that Destiny ready to go as well. So he could be down here in a moment's notice with that Shen. Shen, however, does not have that Stand United, so I'm going to take that back.
Yeah, well, we'll see. And it'd be a really good play for TFX to go down, because TFX needs to catch up in the game a little bit, get some AP, get some damage, and do some good stuff like that. Here we go, Bandage toss in, and we're going to see what will happen to Sona.
Alright, Bandage into the Sona, out goes the Curse of the Sad Mummy, but we did get off the crescendo, looking for the ace in the hole, not going to get it. It's going to be the flash and the kill there for Caitlyn. A nice Monsoon coming out, will not be able to save Mumu, but we should be able to just auto attack and keep them at bay at this point. I think Ahri was also stealing the Wraiths down there, but she is going to be finding our TF. We do have that Ignite going out. I'm not too sure he's actually going to Spirit Rush into that. And no kill there. Zoller top, however, is going to be catching out Rumble. Rumble still only has that amplifying with the Sork boots, but still Zoller able to just hold up nicely against it. So nice 1-for-1 in the bottom, but key differences, well, I guess not really key difference, but key things to note is both of our ADs picked up a kill.
Yep, but I think the bigger difference was that maybe we got denied, well, death and XP, I guess, from the kill right there. Well, it was just Sona that died, and Sona is a support. Support versus jungler getting killed. I mean, more things than not, jungler is a little bit more important, at least in the early go.
Yeah, and he kind of needs all the experience he can get at this point. Zada going to go in again with that Shadow Dash, going to get returned by the Flamethrower. Rumble and the Flamethrower, I think, got fixed this patch, so it's no longer totally broken damage, but really good Rumble players can still make a very effective harass out of it.
Flame Spitter is about what it was, not in Season 1, but before, or right before Season 2 really fixed up the Flame Spitter. Flame Spitter before was very unreliable, and then Flame Spitter became too reliable, and now it's about half-half, I would say, more than it is 75%. That more people would say Rumble's still a really good solo queue carry, but it's just not seen as much just because the early game is just so hard to come back from. And I mean, there's been a lot of top laners that have early games that are really tough to come back from, so they have a good utility. For Rumble, the mid game is like the best, but his late game is kind of questionable as well. I mean, you only have the equalizer, the big missiles to come in to really help out, and other than that, you can't really close distances other than Scrap Shield and doing some DPS with the Electro Harpoons.
So I'm looking at Rumble because he did head back to town. He has Home Guard on his boots. Yeah, Home Guard definitely the flavor of the season so far.
I mean, there's busy ganks right there. I mean, if he had Teleport Home Guard ganks, I mean, if he had Revive on top of that, it would be just Phantom Lord with both Rumble, which would be really interesting actually as well. Alright, they do see that blue buff. We do see the blue buff being taken away from Hey I Just Met You, and yes, we're going to be seeing a dragon instead for that. So Malphite's coming in, the team is coming in, and conversion from Team Black. Don't know if they're going to be able to take it. They're going to try to take out this backline really quick as well.
Alright, there goes the Shoe Shot Barrage, just clipped 2 of them. Dragon is still dropping. Blue team will be able to pick that one up. Unstoppable Force goes in, catches 2 of them at the end. The Crescendo going out as well. But there's the Curse of the Sad Mummy. Geo, however, is not looking as healthy as Ari does take him down, as Ezreal has dropped, as well as that Janna. But still, we're going full force into this blue team. And nice nice flash coming out with that charm. Not going to be landing the kill on top of Caitlyn, but it should be Naprian going to be taking that one with the Malphite. And stop moving the camera, Ari.
Unfortunately for Nat, that was a good dragon call, but that was supposed to be just get out of there, dissipate, and just try to get in there. Unstoppable Force coming in from long distance there, made sure that Amumu and TF were going to be staying there. I thought I was just going to get 2 for 0 right of it, but then Janna and, well, unfortunately for as well, Caitlyn did have to fall down as well. So great overall play by Team Black, now taking down that bottom third, being up 1k gold.
So yeah, the gold difference is basically coming down to the kills at this point, because the Dragon will cancel out that tower, but Alvic going to get caught out there. Really nice bandage toss and really making sure that Amumu doesn't steal that kill. I would have expected them to actually give it to him just to help catch up a little bit, but it will go to the Twisted Fate, who's going to sit now at 1-2-1. Has a Sheen after the double Dorans, so eventually we're going to see a Lich Bane, but I'm trying to remember my TF builds. If you get yourself a Sheen, next step should be a Rabadon's, and then you finish up the Lich?
Yeah, if you're ahead, you can go the other way. You can go Lich Bane first, but definitely the Rabadon's is a big item. Well, mostly for any burst AP mage. And we do see Zaki Boy just wrecking onto this Caitlyn. Caitlyn does cleanse out at the end, but I don't think that was going to matter. Janna is now going to be the prime next target. Can he do anything with it? Foxfire down, hours of session missing. We do see the Amumu coming from the side, but Amumu missing the bandage toss. Oh, that's unfortunate. And it's still going to be Janna, probably going to be going down. Oh, wow. Or I could be totally wrong.
Good kiting skills. That's why you can never, ever really chase a Janna. You can go right through those creeps, and the extra movement speed really makes it pretty easy to actually juke out those skill shots. Just like live, somehow you've come ahead 2 seconds ahead of me. I don't know how, sir. I'm at 40, 05, 06, 07, 08,
oh wow,
09,
okay.
010, 11, 12?
There. Caught up now.
I have no idea how, sir. But, yeah. Alright, so we're going to take that opportunity to push down the mid, and that's going to be 3 towers up. So much for equalization in terms of the global gold, and 7-4. It was a really nice pickup there for Amumu.
Yeah, I remember getting that one as well. I mean, unfortunately, Ari just kind of played it a little bit too aggressively. It was a great take to get down onto the Caitlyn. But yeah, I thought he was going to get the Janna as well, but yeah, didn't work out for that way. So much pressure, so much control Team Black has right now. 7-4 on the kill sphere, like you said. And yeah, we'll see what happens. Here we go. Sona's going to go disengage right over here, and it's just going to be the back of the team. Or Unstoppable Force into a quadra kill.
Still ahead somehow. I got the double on the score right now, but there goes the equalizer. Double kill coming out for that Ari, looking for the 4th. Is it going to go to Rumble? No, it's going to be a triple kill for Ari. And yeah, there's that 4 kills as yet again my replay legs out.
Well, it was lagging. I was just guessing because of how the positioning was from Hey I Just Met You. They just kind of were like diving into a Sona and all that stuff. I'm like, yeah, this is not going to end good, and yeah, 4 for 0 plus a Baron, just never a fun time, and Team Black, super in control. I can see why they are still pretty good, and one of the top teams in EU right now. So,
I'm at 1807, 8, 9 by the clock, 10.
No, yeah, I was just guessing that it was going to be quadruple. I wasn't actually for sure
but I lagged out again, or it
stuttered, like that? Yeah,
it stuttered again.
I'm at 18-18 right now.
Okay, so I'm actually a second ahead of you. Strange how even live or replays, I still can't stay current. That's very strange to me. But either way, yeah, no. Definitely a nice quadra pick up there in the mid, leading into a nice free Baron. Right now it's looking really good for Caffiene as it's 11-4. Look at that Monsoon just throwing Ari like a ragdoll. She's going to have to flash on out. Will not get hit by that bandage, but it will be a kill for our Twisted Fate. In comes the Stand United looking for the tower kill. We do grab it. So they definitely got that objective from the last push. And now Ari won't have that Baron, so a little bit of hubris there maybe out of her.
It's unfortunate for Arya to get picked off again, and I feel like Arya is just playing a little too aggressively now. Now it's gonna go capture on Naparine. Naparine isn't gonna get around it. Zoller is still gonna be chasing Flash out by the mouth fight. Should be fine again. Oh yeah, that's right. I'm a little behind, so it should be okay
19,
for you guys to
20,
see.
21, 22.
Okay, I'm on it.
Strange. We need like sync replay ability. That's what we need. Still, 19.5 minutes in, 11-5, up 2,500. I mean, it's not exactly the biggest goal deficit we've seen. Definitely something that we can come back to here from Hey I Just Met You, but they are on the back foot. Now, during all that, we were able to take mid and bottom towers. Alvik, however, is pushing up this top. Curse the Sad Mummy's going to go down, and now between Alvik and the creeps, I just don't think it's going to be enough to really make too much of a dent here in top of Amumu or Shen. Both of them have tanked up decently. We haven't actually finished up anything like major for either. I mean, we do got the Spirit Stone now finished up, but is that going to be a wit's end, I'm thinking, on Shen? Yeah, there it is.
Yeah, definitely. The Shen's gonna be picking that one up. I guess he doesn't have the memo, or I guess more people are still playing with Zen, even though it's nerfed pretty hard right now. But it's still a really great item. Plus, on top of that, just good stuff that comes from there.
Amumu going to jump in. No Curse of the Sad Mummy that round, but they grab the kill on top of Ari. We do have an unstoppable force here from Napran. Is it going to be of use? I don't know. Sona's now down as well. There goes the Twisted Fate into the gold card, but not quite enough. Unstoppable force going to come back in here, so we're going to grab the kill on top of the AP, but he will die for his efforts. 12-9, and the gold lead actually shrinking there to about 1,200. Either way, for a team with Baron, they didn't really make that much of an impact in those team fights.
Lots of poke and a good amount of damage. Here we go with an 80 carry battle, and yeah, Ezreal is so much ahead right now. DC Zoller saying, well, I want, they're not going to fight in there, and yeah, just barely going to get out. Oh my gosh, the red buff. It's going to be enough now with Eye of the Storm Shield. It's going to say Mixa. Mixa.
Dragon going to be an attempt here. So 21 minutes in, let's take a quick look at some of those items. With that Wit's End, he does have the armor now to pick up a Sunfire on our Shen. We already got that Sunfire on our Malphite, and he has another giant spell as well. I'm curious to see if we're going to see a quick Warmogs out of him, or if he's going to go a little bit of AP with a Rylai's. But other than that, you know, Rumble up top has a Twin Shadows ready to go and a giant spell there. We're likely going to be a Rylai's. And Mumu went with a Banshee's Veil.
Mumu using that, well, extra sustain and health that you get from the Catalyst, which is really good. But the biggest thing is, of course, the shield. The shield's always a really important thing to keep yourself up. I like these team comps that people make up, some shield comps and stuff like that. Although this is a different shield, you just defend yourself from magic resist and stuff. But still, shield comp with Vagina shield, maybe a Lulu shield on top of that with the AP Lulu. You probably will see that in Korea more than it is in the EU or the NA, but very, very potent stuff because, you know, the baits, the outplays are very strong in well, League of Legends in general right now.
I just saw Twin Shadows go by. But they couldn't find anyone to hit. But still, you can follow them to find out where your next enemies are. We do got that Oracles on top of Digi. It's going to be enough to warn out that Shen. He's going to head on back to town. So no gank there. But still, this top tower is looking mighty vulnerable at this point. And yeah, they're just going to tank it up and take it down real quick. That's going to put us up 4 towers to the 2. We'll extend the gold lead a little bit, a little over 3,500. Destiny going to be coming out as well. He's just going to catch up to the front line. So it looks like a little bit of a push race right now.
Are they going for a base race right now? This is definitely a base race right now. Team Black is ahead a little bit, but then again, I don't know. Hey, I just met you. They have a minion wave with them. They could actually push in all the way to the next turret. This is the race. This is the turn. Will Team Black actually lose out, or will they actually defend? Because I see one person actually blue pilling back right now.
Oh man, inhibitor's already down. We're gonna start working on those Nexus turrets. A base race 23 minutes into the game is something you don't really hear of too much, but it does look like Caffiene is the ones that's gonna just head on back and defend. So we did lose out the inhibitor for that mid lane. Creeps are still pushing. waiting for the camera to go back to the other base because Ezreal's still down there pounding away, but looks like he's the only one. No blue pills coming out quite yet. I think he's working on those Nexus turrets, and no, we're going to actually intercept, saying, nay, you can't go on back. We are going to lose our Auri, but down goes that Shen as well. Blue team looks a little disheveled at this point. Naprian in there as well. The Burning Rock, all that passive damage. The Cleanse coming out as well with that True Shot Barrage, and that is going to be a nice cleanup here for Team Caffiene. Probably going to end up winning that base race, considering they were able to take out pretty much the entire opposition. Ezreal coming up right through the mid as well to help catch the team, as they were kind of just stuck in a trap at that point. And the overall damage does look like one tower, one inhibitor, and one of the Nexus turrets for Team Caffiene.
Yeah. For both teams, they have that kind of situation, but Team Black is going to be able to push in just a little bit more. I feel like HeyIJustMetYou should have just gone way right in there and just gone for the kill, because in a base race situation, yeah, it's a smart play to do to just keep on pushing. Then you go back a little bit just to bait it down, like because I think Ahri was the first one to go back. But truthfully, if you're just going to commit to a base race, especially if you're down behind, only about it was about 1K. Around that time it was about 3K gold. You might as well just commit to it, because it's a best of 3 especially. You can still come back from it in game 2 and game 3 and just get this game over with. I mean, taking a quick win out of a cheesy way is very disheartening to win by, but then again, it's a win, and whatever it takes to win is just the definite thing that you want to do.
Doesn't matter if it's a backdoor, doesn't matter if it's a creep getting him at a 90-minute game. Whatever lets you win, lets you win. I mean, we've seen base races before. It's not an unpopular thing to do, especially in things like StarCraft too. It's like, all right, well, you just got to all in. And hey, if you got to all in, you got to all in. All the cards are going to be laid down on the table. It's also something of a desperate move. It's like those desperate Barons from teams that are behind. You got to make something radical happen. Maybe they're going to make the wrong call. Maybe you'll actually win out because you have more of a push comp rather than a fighting comp. So, you know, hey, whatever works, no judgment here. Look at that home guard go.
The Malphite going super, super fast. Not as fast as a lot of other things I would say, but super fast, not a problem. The kills Crucible are going to be built on that Sona, Ruby Sight Sona as well. Ancient Golem, Spirit Ancient Golem is on that Malphite. Wow, the Spectral Raves, I didn't know that. They actually proc off your BB, so there's something new right there. I mean, the Twin Shadows Raves took off the BB, but that's really cool.
You mean the Banshee Shield?
Yeah, the Banshee Shield. Okay. Yeah, Banshee Veil is, BB. Yeah, the Banshee Shield. Yeah, right.
I was like, what the hell is a BB? Syncing for a minute there.
I abbreviate a bit of things.
Yeah, friggin' drunk. Go home, bird, you're drunk. Alright, 17-11, 44k to the 39. Yeah, I think any spell will actually do it for you.
It's just interesting to see, because I think that it doesn't do damage, but then again, yeah, right, you're right, that does make a ability happen, and it is an ability that counts. And looking on the other side for HeyIJustMetYou, we do have an Infinity Edge and Static Shiv on Caitlyn. Aegis about to be built up for that Janna. Zion's for the TF. They actually didn't go for that Lich Bane first or the Death Cap. Went to Zion's to get a little bit more sustain, which makes sense because there's a lot of bursts coming out from the team of Team Black. And nothing really else completed other than Sunfire Cape and what's done for the Shun.
Yeah, he does have that Sunfire Cape, so he's the Burning Ninja now. But, you know, a lot of Giant spells going around, a lot of hit points across the board. So, did we ever go over that we have a Deathfire Grasp on Ahri?
No, TFG just got built out, I think, right there, and while DFG is a strong item.
She's had it for like 7-8 minutes.
Okay, maybe not. Then
yeah.
There,
I'm just trying to go back in my mind. It's like,
She does have a nuclear large rod, so she's probably going to be built up to, I would say Zion's more than Deathcap, because she just needs to survive, and that's just the way it's going to go. We did hear the responding time for that inhibitor going to be about 30 seconds, so red team's going to have that back in defense, and defense over there. Top inhibitor should be coming back soon in response to that then. So really good stuff that HeyIJustMetYou and Caffiene have been doing. They've just been kind of baiting out each other, trying to make some plays, trying to miss position, but both are actually worried about the backdoor. If they get backdoored, this is never going to be a fun game to come out with. So We're gonna see what Team Black is gonna do. They're pushing up pretty well. It is a split push, but we do have HeyIJustMetYou with that global presence, especially with the ult in from Geo.
Oh, nice. Zonia's going out. He's going to be alive just enough for now. He's going to dodge out that equalizer, and that was the crescendo now done for Gigi. So it does look like Caffiene is going to be on the run a little bit. Napri not looking so healthy. Zoller just there. I think that's a double ward in that bush. I see a gingerbread man. 2 gingerbread men, but yeah, so we did lose out that rumble, that team fight, 17-12, and a whole bunch of ultimates later. So good stall out on the push here from HeyIJustMetYou, but still, yeah, that inhibitor is now up. It is really easy to backdoor with TF, especially with a Shen. So TF goes in with the his ultimate, the Destiny, and that home guard Shen storms onto him. But I don't think we're going to be able to get that, as we do see that unstoppable force going in. Double kill coming out for Auri, sitting at a nice 9-4. But the revenge coming out from Nanook with that static shiv Caitlyn. But still, tower down on the retreat. This team Caffiene is going to be dropping a Mumu, picking up another kill, looking for that bandage toss on top of Sona. Come on, bandage toss. There we go, landing on top of him now. He is within the crying tears of a Mumu, and the pain come out loud. Look at that damage.
Yeah, the stack shift shot plus on top of that, they just damage up, but then Nanook was doing, that was a great little shot right there. I've seen that play before with Twisted Fate going in and just baiting himself out. It's something that World Elite did with their mid Messiah. Just goes in, TF ults, takes whatever burst, and then hopefully gets the chance to use his Zion's down, and then everybody else responds on the team. It's especially worth it just because it was a 4v5, but Nanook taken down right now. Disakoi is not happy and is not pleased with what you are doing.
Look at that very angry Rumble, just getting the deeps off, but we are able to take down S3 in response, so both the ADs are now going to be down. With that Sheen, not quite the Lich Bane, but once he gets that Lich Bane, it is a pretty decent tower push strat with the Twisted Fate, just to kind of do some split pushing. And if we have any team to do split pushing, Janna with a Twisted Fate and a Shen. I mean, not only do we have that global aura, we have those 2 global positioning, and yeah, we can get off a lot of wave clear with that. I'd hope to see a static shiv on our Shen. Unfortunately, he's going a bit more standard with, I guess, a double Aegis about to pop out for them.
Yeah, it's possible double Aegis, or oh no, sorry, there's no Ionic Spark anymore. Sad days.
I know, right? Alright.
I was joking, but Ionic Spark was building out of well, not the no measure mandal, but the recurve bow, and that's why I was kind of reminded of that. Red team gonna be slaying that dragon for Black, so right now Team Black is still up 5k gold, but they are feeling the pressure because of just the picks that HeyIJustMetYou has.
I thought maybe we were going to see a Baron, but we just actually going to clear out all the wards here from HeyIJustMetYou. Janna is actually the one with the oracles there as well. Janna has herself the Ruby Sightstone and the Aegis. That's about it. Not exactly. That was an interesting flicker. Did that happen for you?
Yeah.
Strange. Okay. Maybe she alt-tabbed. But yeah, with not exactly flushed with items. You look at that Sona. Looking for, I'm assuming a Shurilius with that, but the cooldown boots, the Mikhails on top of things as well. It really does seem that she is farther ahead, and if you look at the scores, the only difference between them is 9 creeps and 2 kills. Plus, of course, I guess all the global gold.
Yeah, the global gold was actually pretty important. The first Baron was actually for Team HeyIJustMetYou, but Team Black did have, I think, 2 dragons running between all that. I was going to say that Janna did have, yeah, actually both players didn't actually pick any gold for 10 items, so not playing greedy. Very, very, very team-like of you guys with HeyIJustMetYou, and also on Team Black sports. Learn from this. They do some good site wordage and stuff. Although it's just the difference between starting up Sightstone versus starting up Philosopher's Stone. That's like the big debate about all of this. We do see the Spectral Race going to go down. Are they going to be catching up to somebody? The K-Trap is going to catch up to somebody, unfortunately. Ooh, we start to engage.
Wow, that is a ballsy. Mumu goes in with the Curse of the Sad Mummy, does stop him out. The Crescendo is going to come out with that flash from Digi. There's the Equalizer as well, but will be Geo actually claiming the kill on top of Ari. She seems to be dying more and more as time goes on. Shen is going to be the counter kill. However, Ace in the hole will be able to pick up that Malphite, and the static shivs just kind of going off on top of everyone. But I think Ezreal's going to get the better of that one. Caitlyn does drop triple kill for the Ezreal, but Geo able to clean up with a triple of his own, I believe. and that is going to be the A. Now look at Migza there, not exactly the healthiest, but he's going to try his best to keep the creeps pushing up. With Destiny came out as well from Geo, so he's going to be way up there in the front. Red and blue clearing the creeps, does have himself that Lich Bane, and look at that wave clear.
Yeah, it's going to be able to push it all the way to that inhibitor. Inhibitor going to go down. Well, 10 seconds till Ahri comes back, but I don't think Ahri can respond to it. But she does have the home guard boots, so here we go. This is going to happen, and it's going to happen live when the Ahri comes right back into play.
Vroom, 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 vroom. It's not going to be enough to keep that inhibitor though, but yeah, she is kind of marathon sprinting after that TF. Now TF should be okay from this because he does have, you know, a decent lead on her. Her home guard advantage has now run out, plus a gold card just in case anything comes up. But look at his mana. He would not last extremely long in an extended team fight, and as soon as Caffiene comes right up, they're going to go straight to that Baron. Fortunately for them, bottom lane did push itself in, so that's going to be another tower here to the blue team, and that's almost now equalized, 6-8.
Hey, HeyIJustMetYou have been doing such a great job. They're baiting out the team, and truthfully, Caffiene, or Team Black, is working out pretty well in these fights. It's just these engagements, which are really happening really weirdly for the team of HeyIJustMetYou, they're really smart with it, and I haven't seen this next level thinking of, well, we're going to bait out this Mumu so that Mumu will take all the CC, or we're going to bait out this TF so that he can take out all the CC, especially with his ultimate down. It's just really outplaying the team with Team Black right now, and I'm just liking what HeyIJustMetYou did. I mean, it's like a #1 hit single, it just comes out of nowhere.
Still looking for that kill. All right, here we go. Maybe this is going to be it. The crescendo coming out in response to the Curse of the Sad Mummy. There's the Monsoon. Don't think it's going to be enough to keep Mumu alive as he does drop to the true damage. And look at that Ezreal, like a boss, taking out that Janna, and the double kill comes out for our Ahri. But look at this, that combo, the Twisted Fate Shen going for the kill on top of the Nexus. Gonna get that tower if nothing else. Here comes all the home guards as well. Geo gonna be dropped. Zoller now wishing that he had that Stand United, but unfortunately nobody to find it on. Does not have that Shadow Dash, will have a flash however. Ezreal's gonna be in hot pursuit. There's the tower up there as well, so they should be able to sweep in, grab that kill as the rest of the team is gonna go back and defend. But sneaky, there's that combo we were talking about.
Yeah, I don't know if it was really worth it to do that because, yeah, of course they have 2 Nexus turrets, but we'll see if the team with Team Black actually push in, but they can't actually, so it was actually truthfully totally worth it. Even if they do take Baron right now for Team Black, they're still going to play really defensive because both their 2 Nexus turrets are down. So that means they can backdoor at any time for a Twisted Fate or Shen, so yeah, it's just not going to be a fun time for Team Black right now, who are now going to be on the ultra defensive. If they can pick off a team fight again on HeyIJustMetYou, yeah, they can push in for the win. But they would have to do that, and on top of that, make sure that TF and Shen don't have their ults.
Yeah, but time is not going to be their ally in this regard. As you said, you know, a very vulnerable Nexus. Even if they catch out someone on a nice 5-on-3, still, I think with one Destiny in and that Shen, I mean, Shen does have some decent attack damage under him as well with that Wit's End. He also has the BF Sword. He's had it for a while. The Phage now adding on top of that, and the Lich Bane with not exactly the Rabadons, but the Zonias and almost a Rabadon. I mean, that is going to be some pretty big chunking going down from Destiny. So, from Twisted Fate. So, yeah, as you said, you know, ultra defensive. Sure, they're going to have that Baron, going to chunk down Geo a little bit. Not going to be able to grab the blue, as we already had it destroyed, but it's anybody's game. Like, any team fight that goes in a bad situation here, you catch out the right team members, it could be game.
Yeah, and Team Black kind of knows that right now. They're playing super defensive. They have to group up and push, and then they have to respond with actually pushing down onto the middle inhibitor and top inhibitor. If they can relieve some of this pressure at middle, they can pretty much break it in. But even though, again, Shen and TF will just do so much with the gate into awesomeness with the Stand United. So those are both up now. We do have everybody's ultimates all pretty much up and together for both teams, except for Ezreal's, which should be about a 15 more second cooldown with all the mystic shots that's probably firing in. So we're going to be playing this pretty much safely for Team Black. They're going to have to push out all the lanes, and they're going to hope that TF doesn't just go in and take Stand United, well, hijinks to a new level.
All about the back door, brother. All about the back door. All right, so we have a little bit of magic penetration now coming in as well on top of Rumble. Looking at Malphite, he's tanked up decently. Also has himself that Shirley as the home guard on top of the mobile boots as well. Top tower is under siege a little bit. Destiny ready at the ready there for Twisted Fate, but still the response coming out from Caffiene is, again, as expected, just really, really defensive. We do have a last whisper, 2 Quicksilver sashes on top of Caffiene. What are the sashes for, I wonder?
It's kind of interesting.
Cards? There's no
the gold card.
Curse of the Sad Mummy? Like, there's a lot of stuns out there, but I wouldn't have expected Quicksilvers to actually be kind of vital in this regard.
Well, I mean, the bigger thing is they don't want to be, I guess, blocked from backing. I mean, that's the biggest thing right now. They have such a lead right now for team Hey I Just Met You, because, well, they have so much pressure on these towers. Although on the gold score and all that grand scheme of things, it's still in the lead for black, but even Team Black doesn't know. Oh my gosh, this is just unfortunate. Hey I Just Met You could just win out the game right now.
I just saw some pings going down. I'm not too sure if Auri was actually the one pinging. Yeah, there we go. The Shirelias are going to go right in from behind the gold card on top of Auri just to stop her from doing anything. Here comes the True Shot Barrage from behind, looking for the kill on top of Twisted Fate. He does after Zonia's. The double Zonia's unstoppable force going in as well. The Curse of the Sad Mummy evaporating Evil Zaki as it goes down. Janna, however, is going to be the response. The Crescendo coming out as well. I don't actually think it hit anybody, but the double kill comes out for Ezreal. He does drop as well. Malphite able to pick up a kill as well, but I think Red Buff maybe ticked down for the triple on top of Ezreal, and Zoller going to be dropping for the ace. As I said, one bad team fight, you catch out all the team members, and we're going to be making it post haste right down the middle.
Yeah, the team of Malphite and well, Alvic going to be able to push it down. Nap actually is taking a chance to actually go back. I don't think that's part of this minus A. I think they should just keep on pushing, but then again, we're going to have 2 inhibitors down for Hey I Just Met You, 2 inhibitors down for Team Black. We'll see if Team Black can equalize on that Nexus turret. That's actually the biggest thing out of everything. So we'll see that happening, but the team is kind of coming back right now. Migna should be back about 5 seconds from now. We do have the Geo monster, Geo, going to be able to pick up as well. So this is definitely not a place that Alvic and Nap want to be in, and they have to finish this up, and they won't be able to take out the Nexus turret.
Yeah, there goes the tornadoes, and a lot of slows in CC available there from Migza, and the one Janna. Not every day you get to see one Janna just chase off 2 very powerful team members. But Destiny going off as well, just looking for the rest of them, I guess. That might have been a little bit of a mistake. We don't have that Destiny in terms of ready to go for a backdoor attempt. Actually, we didn't have a Stand United ready either, so yeah, all right.
I think, yeah, it was just sight, and it's a 100-second cooldown. It's not that bad. Oh, the unstoppable force going in. Geo is going to be insta-give right there. Migza is going to get in there, but there's a great Curse of the Sun Mummy to stop down a lot of it. All of it going to get chased down onto Nanook, but it is just going to be enough damage. I think this is going to be the game for Team Black right over here, just because of that misposition by TF.
Malphite's, a little bit low. Did have an ace coming out from Caitlyn as well, ace in the hole. Net's going to hit off with that Piltover, but still 4 on 2. Ari's going to be coming a little bit late to the party with that Nexus turret. I do think I will agree with you here. I have no confidence that they can actually keep this up. Zoller going to go in, a little bit of damage on top of Ezreal, but loses his life for it. Good crescendo at the end there, and there goes Nanook as well. Aaron going to be able to pick that one up. So ace coming out, and will be Caffiene grabbing that. So what happened at the 23-minute mark for the base race, kind of setting the tone for the rest of the game, as it turned out to be backdoor attempt after backdoor attempt.
It was just unfortunate. Hey I Just Met You got seen by RA. If they didn't get seen by RA, they would have had at least 1 or 2 more seconds, and then that would have been the response by the team. Team Black probably would have lost that one now. Other than that, though, that's what you get for trying to do backdoors. It's like, oh, we are so down. We have not enough damage to just take you on as a team. And, well, Team Black kind of won out in a standard kind of fashion.
All right, good game, well played. That means that Caffiene is going to be up 1-0 here for game number 2, which we're going to be bringing to you live in the next few moments here, ladies and gentlemen. So don't go anywhere. Game number 2 of this best of 3. Can we get a tie, Mr. Bird? Can we get a tie?